Hey guys, I'm Zachary Gray, and this is the lesser siren. Alright guys, what we have in here is a lesser siren. Now this is a species of salamander that in Louisiana is extremely hard to find. This is the first siren I have ever found in my life. So what happened, I was out here at night and it was just me, I wasn't filming this unfortunately, and throughout this grass it had just rained really heavy. And all of the water was connected and flooded during this period of time, and this guy was actually in the grass. And at first I thought he was an amphiuma, but then I saw these little gill frills and it only had 2 front feet. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is a siren. I was like, oh, I've got to show you guys this animal. It is super hard to find down here. And it is absolutely amazing to see one of these little guys. Now, one of the most notable things about this salamander is its 2 tiny front feet. They actually have 2 small front feet, but they do not have back legs. Amphiumas are another type of aquatic salamander that looks very similar to this, and they have little front and back feet. But sirens only have front feet, which is really cool. And they actually have a rudder-like tail, a flat tail for paddling, and they are very good swimmers. Now they will actually live in burrows. They will burrow down into the mud during the day, and at night they'll come out to eat. Now this is an aquatic species of salamander, and that means it needs to live in water. And these guys actually have external gills, as you can see on him right now. You can see those gills, and they need to live in water. They cannot live on land for long periods of time. And what will happen is that when it floods and they move to other areas, and then that flood water dries up, they will actually bury underground and stay dormant. And they'll actually encase themselves in almost like a cocoon mix of their slime and mud, and it'll actually keep them alive while they're underground. And in doing so, they're keeping themselves alive until it gets wet again. And once it rains, they'll come out of the ground and move to a safe place where they can then live. Now, one of the reasons it was a big deal for me to find a siren is because most of the sirens in this area have actually been killed off. And you see, when a hurricane hits here, a lot of salt water gets flooded into the area. And these guys have very sensitive gills, and salt water kills them instantly. They cannot handle salt water in their gills and they die. And this is the first one I've ever found down here, and that is a big deal. That means that these guys can live in this water, and that means that this is a very healthy area for them to live in. Now, sirens actually look really similar to something called an amphiuma, and I did a video on that a while back, but a couple of differences you'll notice right off the back is sirens have this more greenish color with lots of little dots all over them. And the external gills is one of the easiest ways to tell. They also have a flatter nose and that paddle tail, whereas amphiumas have more of a snake-like tail. You can see all that yellow and all these little black spots on him. Man, he is really cool. Now these little guys can actually eat a load of different things. Some of their favorite things to eat are snails and little crawfish. That's some of their favorite things, but they'll eat pretty much anything that they can get a hold of, including smaller sirens. They will actually be cannibalistic in some cases. Let me take him out. Oh, look at that. He's cool. He's sliming back. Oh, that's so cool to hold. Awesome little guy. Oh, that's really cool. Now they actually have a lot of predators, these sirens, and birds will eat them. Other sirens will actually eat other sirens. Mud snakes will eat sirens and amphiumas. That is some of the very few things that they eat, as well as large fish like bass and catfish will eat these little guys if they're not careful. But most of the time these guys will only come out at night to avoid that. Oh, he's so slimy, and that slime actually protects his skin. They're a very sensitive animal, and they need very special conditions. Definitely need to have my hands wet while I'm holding them all the time, whereas not to hurt them. They have a very thin layer of very sensitive skin. Now these guys would be considered an indicator species, which means that they indicate how well the environment is in that area, how clean the water is. These guys need to live in clean water that doesn't have any chemicals or any kind of salt in it, because their gills are very, very sensitive. They can't live in water that has any kind of chemicals or salt in it. It'll kill them dead. Now, something that's really, really unique about sirens is that they actually vocalize. This is something that is not with all salamanders. They will actually make little noises. They actually will make a kind of a barking sound when you grab them, like a mat, mat. And they will make chirping sounds when they come up to another siren. And that's really, really amazing. No other salamander vocalizes like a siren. It's really cool, and that's very, very unique to sirens. So guys, before this video ends, I wanted to tell y'all this is the last video of 2017. I'm actually not going to be posting a video next week because I'm going to be spending this week for Christmas with friends and family. So I'm sure you guys will understand that. But I will be posting a video after that, so I will definitely see you guys in 2018. It has been an amazing year. This year I just started my channel up. We've seen all sorts of amazing animals. Even this little siren has been absolutely amazing. First one I've ever found. And this has been an absolutely amazing year. So thank you guys so much for subscribing. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos, and I really do appreciate it. And 2018 is going to be an even better year. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you did enjoy, definitely leave a like, and I will see you guys in 2018.